Hi, I'm Jayson Lusk, a distinguished professor and head of the Agricultural Economics Department at Purdue University. I'm here to share with you what I hope you'll find to be some interesting and fun results of a recent survey we conducted among 1,200 U.S. food consumers. In particular, what we asked consumers is a question that might seem a bit silly at first, but that is, have you ever heard of the term foodie? About 87%, almost everyone said, yes, I've heard of that term. And when we followed up by asking, well, if you've heard of it, do you consider yourself a foodie? 38% of people said yes to that question, which does raise the question, who are these foodies? Foodies tend to be younger. They tend to be more highly educated and have higher incomes. They also tend to be more likely to be a vegetarian or vegan, and they also tend to be more politically liberal and more likely to vote Democratic. We also ask questions about overall food attitudes and perceptions about food, and foodies tend to be much more likely to agree to statements like, I'm passionate about food. One thing that I think is a really important and key result for food marketers is that at any given income level, people who say they're foodies spend more on food. So I found these results pretty interesting. We released them on social media, and one thing I was a bit surprised to learn is that there are many people out there that don't like this word. Here's a graphic from a Washington Post article from several years ago that encouraged people to stop calling themselves foodie. Now, I'm not going to dive into all the psychology of maybe why some people don't like the word, but what I do think is interesting is that when we have a third of the population that use this adjective to describe themselves, it behooves us to perhaps understand a little bit more about who this important consumer buying segment is.